Let's learn something really quick.
If you got the time, absolutely. And you got the discipline, there's no question about it.
I love that. Yeah, that's a great practice to put into your everyday life, you guys.
You generally regret the things you don't do, not the things you did do. Let me say it that way.
Mic drop. This was just awesome. I love meeting my guests in person, and it's a whole nother animal, and the energy is just electric. You guys, this is your host, Deanna and Ron with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. And we're back with our resident vitality expert. He is the president and CEO of Superior Source Supplements, Ron Beckenfeld. Today we're going to have him back. He's going to catch us up on what he's been doing and staying active and healthy. And today's episode, we're going to talk about how to stay healthy through the winter months. Wherever you're joining us from, germs are being passed around, and it's very important to have a good regimen of supplements to protect your immune system. Ron, welcome back. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Most important too is, I think you need to wash your hands before you eat. You get hurt.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Make sure you don't get around people that are really contagious if you can help it. But if you can build your immune system up with some good supplements, wouldn't hurt either.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get into that. So let's kind of catch the audience up, since you are a resident vitality expert. You are very active. You just shared with me that you were working out with Arnold Schwarzenegger this morning, which is awesome. You'll have to tell us about that. But you also were in the desert for a little bit. When you go out there, are you active when you are?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many places to exercise, no matter what you're in, if it's yoga, if it's Pilates. It just thrives out there.
Yeah. Well, I'm picturing you with a bandana on and in one of those dune buggies jumping frickin'.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I picture in my mind.
Well, we'll make it happen if you wanted to.
There we go. I love those things. They are a lot of fun. But see, I love that. I love that do you get sick often or no?
Believe it or not, I haven't been what you call sick 5 years, maybe.
Wow. That's good.
But I'm very careful, and like anytime I keep some alcohol spray in my car. You always touch your eyes and your face. And I spray my hands with this stuff, and it dissolves instantly. And I think that's helpful.
I have that stuff, but I often forget,
Yeah, and I just keep a little bottle of, IPA and alcohol.
Yeah.
And then try to stay away from people that are sick if you can. It's hard. But if you have a good immune system and you don't run yourself down, if you're not getting proper rest and eating, fairly well, as your immune system weakens.
Yeah. And what surprises me is that there's with so many resources out there, is that people don't have this basic knowledge of, get your rest. It's 2020, it's gonna be 2025, and like that's one of the main things. Get your rest. Don't run yourself into the ground. Like, I personally can feel when I'm doing too much and I'm starting to run myself down. I have to put the brakes on and just to do some self-care, because I can feel it. I'm in tune with my body that way. And it just shocks me how many people that are not, and they just want to push.
It takes experience. It takes experience. Like if you're in the gym all the time, you're constantly under it. It's called inflammation, tearing down. You are going to be susceptible to get sick.
Yeah.
You got to not leave the gym or any exercise of your day. You shouldn't be at the end of the day spent. You're exhausted. That means you're run down, even if you're not exercising. So that's very important. And you just overdo it, especially at this time of the year, I think.
Oh yeah.
Years ago, when I was a younger man, I used to train so hard and so much. I got sick all the time because I was always in a constant inflammation and torn down.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of learn your own body and don't, go at your own pace, and then you can build up slowly.
So for people that maybe don't get their proper rest or proper meals, what kind of regimen should they go on in terms of supplementation? So I take my supplements in the morning and at night and sometimes during the day. Okay. And there's a range of stuff for my skin, stuff for like multi, stuff for like specific things that fat burning, CLA, and then I have stuff for my brain. And then at night I have more for beauty, glow, all that stuff. So I take several different things, but obviously in there's going to be those necessary supplements for like zinc, magnesium, L-arginine, all like I take a whole bunch.
Vitamin C, vitamin
Yes.
C. Vitamin C has been around forever and ever and ever. It's been proven to be effective. And just a daily regimen, maybe a gram of C a day, some vitamin D. That along with some vitamin D. I personally take 5,000 IUs a day.
Okay.
And I try to, when I eat my fruits and stuff or oranges, it's not in a squeeze form. It's in a raw form where you get the fiber and you don't get so much sugar and calories. As long as you eat fresh food and you're not run down, you're even really infectious, you should be all right, pretty much.
Yeah, but that's perfect world. And most people are not eating food like that, even though they should. And that's why you're here, is to explain to them the importance of living a healthy lifestyle so they can.
That's what you're doing. We're putting out the word. I mean,
yeah,
all that's we can do is give you the word, the knowledge. There's so much good food out there, so much good quality. And if you could just stay away from, I call it the factory foods.
And what is that? Let's break that down for people.
We make it in the factory is basically you get sugar, your trans fats, and all this stuff you really don't need.
Yeah.
That's why the obesity you have right there. It's people don't care what they eat. They rather have things, rather have a car, rather have their nails done, or yada, yada, yada. That's all fine. But you got to put a little energy into yourself, especially when you get a little older. Man. It's really important. You can only beat yourself up so many years. I relate it to having a car. You buy a brand new car, it's going to be good for maybe 40, 50,000. If you don't start changing an oil, start doing something for it, it will give you the same thing with the body. I think 4 years with brake is. Yeah, I mean, you've got to really start hopping on it if it's not too much damage already. You don't want to have the type 2 diabetes and all that other nonsense goes with, being overweight and that. And you need some exercise, which is really important. I mean, I think that's one of the real secrets that nobody really talks about for long. Not so much for muscle, not so much for weight control, just health, your heart, your joints, your organs. You got to keep it going, and you need some water to keep going all the time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's no real secrets to this common sense type of taking care of yourself. If you want to take it to the next level like you and I do, that's another game.
Well, and I think maybe that's something that we're trying to expose to the audience, is like maybe trying to take it to the next level, right? So I was telling you before we jumped into this recording that recently in my social circle, these people go out all the time. They party all the time. They're out, they're drinking, God knows what, all the time. I do not. This man is 51, just passed away. They said it was from a heart attack. He was like sitting next to his girlfriend and just like fell asleep and didn't wake up. And that's young to me. That's young.
Yeah. So, how was he taking care of himself? How was he genetically? You could be a vegan and be, all your arteries could be plugged and young too. You could touch on a little bit. I think you should at least get your blood work or a physical once a year and at least get your blood pulled. I mean, knowing the hell you were going, it's like driving with your eyes closed,
Yeah. And so last night there was a memorial, like a supper memorial. Tons of people turned out because this man touched a lot of lives here in Chicago. It was a huge event. And like, I'm looking around, a lot of these people are looking scared and they just like, they're not aging very well. You know what I mean? And so one person was like, they asked me, they're like, or they said to me, like, you never aged. And I said, well, I wanted to say, well, I don't party like you guys. I'm working out. I'm eating well. I'm taking my supplements. And so like, I love hearing that, obviously, because I put a lot of effort into how I look, but it was just like, here's a representation of, I'm seeing this whole big group of people that are always out all the time, always eating out, always drinking, not working out, not taking care of themselves, celebrating a man's life that lived that same lifestyle. And they look scared. They did. A lot of these people, a lot of these men especially, look scared because it's like, it's very close to home.
Another thing, you can party, but there's a counterbalance. I mean, you at least got to get half of it right. Try to take care of yourself because your party can't get a decent night's sleep.
Right, right.
And keep the stress away. I mean, a lot of people are involved with, getting things, and that takes more money and more stress and so on and so on. You don't have to be working out all the time to be healthy.
No, I agree with you.
There is a balance. I mean, let's say you like to 3 nights a week, you like to go out and party or whatever. Hey,
That's a lot.
that's a lot, but if you're doing something counter to it, like taking care of yourself,
Yeah.
maybe in the treadmill, doing if you can get half of it right, I mean, at least it's better than nothing.
Well, I agree with that. So like I do agree with balance. And I think that, I go out probably once every 3 months, right? I like that's it. That's good enough for me. But when I go out, I go out. Like I'm gonna party. um but I do think that there should be a delicate balance, but within that balance, if you are going to be doing all those things to keep yourself healthy, is to make sure that you are adding in some supplementation. Do you agree?
Think I'm in the business and I make my money this way. I think nothing beats real food. If you got maybe you have a little problem with your prostate, there's products like beta cytosterol for that. You kind of make it disease specific.
Mm,
Or let's say you have a little bit of high blood pressure, some type of garlic or cinnamon. I mean, those are all nice things. But you just got to kind of keep your eye on the ball a little bit. You don't have to be completely fanatical about it. And there's a balance.
yeah.
For me, I like being fanatical. That's my
Well, hello.
yeah. I just get off on it. I get off working out. I've already worked out. If you consider I had some therapy for an hour. I woke up this morning. I did a cardio and stretch for an hour. And I put in a shot at Gold's Gym. And that's it. 3.5 hours.
You're living the dream, Ron. You're living the dream.
Yeah. Yeah. I just do what makes me happy.
But that's also why you look so great and you're in such great shape let's remind the audience again how old you are.
I'm 80.
Yeah.
But
Like not even look close to that.
I've been in the health business for 65 years.
I would have to say that representing your supplement business and being in that lifestyle definitely makes a difference.
Oh, absolutely. And I like to be inspirational to people. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's just consistency. If you could just 40 minutes a day and a half decent diet, it's really going to pay for you really well. And you can go out and have your toddies or whatever you want and this and that, I mean, there's nothing wrong with
Or
it.
toddies. Is it cocktails?
Yeah. Right.
I'm a red wine girl, so to most of the time. So I'm getting my resveratrol, my all the benefits of the red wine. So
And back to the supplementation. Yeah, I take a lot of supplements. It's like, I just call it an insurance policy. If anything is mental,
really,
not all supplements are created to work.
right? They're not all created equal. I agree.
Right. And back to our company here, I've been in the supplement business for 55 years. We have a beautiful company. I have great employees. We got about 100 employees. We manufacture everything we bring in. We test, and you're going to get nothing but what's on that label, the best. Yeah, so
I see. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I mean, I've used your products. I think they're great, and so I
put
can
out a
attest.
clean product with our microlingual superior source, which dissolves under your tongue, and it has none of the nasty ingredients. So we'll step into that. Where when you do read packages, anything you read, other ingredients is the key, because that's what's going to be loaded with.
Yeah, we talked about that last time when it came.
Learn how to read labels. Some packaged foods. I mean, I eat pasta, but it's a semolina wheat. So it's good. It's like a kill me.
Yeah.
When it's all disguised.
Well,
You get an active ingredient of 100 milligrams, and you got 400 milligrams of inactive chemicals in your supplements.
that's no good.
In the tablets, especially.
Yeah.
Capsules not too much.
Right.
It's in the hard tablets.
Yeah. So you showed me something before we started recording. Like you have a zinc supplement.
Right. Probably show you the ingredients. I don't know if we can read it.
No, we can't see it, but let's see the front of it. So if somebody was going to look for some good zinc
with a vitamin D, I take 1 or 2 of these every day.
And a zinc is really good for what? Let's explain to the audience what that's really good for.
It works with the vitamin C together. It's been proven. It's been around a long time, and it's as effective.
And it helps with the immune system. What is it?
Right.
What's its function as far like
Immune system.
Yeah.
Especially you in Chicago with no sun out there. It's 20 degrees. I mean, you got to get some D somewhere.
Yeah. I am D, vitamin D.
You're a super A. What are you talking about?
I'm a super A. What does that mean?
Excellent.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I think for these winter months especially across the country, for those of you that are listening, which I know a lot of my audience is across the country, um, if you're in anywhere cold and there's a lot of germs being passed around, I'm sure in California you're getting people that because of people that travel there, for what do they call them, the winter birds or whatever. Um, it's important to take that extra step to protect your immune system and those people around you. So
Another thing we didn't touch on, when you're indoors like you are, it's always the heater on. Are the filters being cleaned regularly?
I just changed mine today.
By yourself, or you had some?
I did it. Yeah. Of
No way. Get out of here.
course I did. What do you mean? The furnace filter, you just pull it out and put a new one in.
I can't even screw a light bulb in. What are you talking about?
Oh, no, 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 no. No.
No, I mean, Uncle Phil, you live in a place in an apartment building, maybe, the guys are not staying on the game. Those filters got to be cleaned. All that nasty stuff going through there. It's the heater. You're not getting no real, what I call fresh air.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody talks about that.
No, that's a really important thing. So, I mean, I didn't realize how important that was, when I was younger. And I think that now, you can really tell a difference. Like you can almost feel it if you're breathing in air that's not being seen through a clean filter. And so I think that's a very important thing we're teaching people a lot of stuff today. Zinc, vitamin C, where you sanitize your hands, vitamin D, make sure you change your filter in your furnace.
Well, those are the little things. I mean, these little things will be, especially you're always putting your hands on your face and your eyes really can pick up a lot of stuff. And you don't even know you're rubbing your eyes and your hands are clean. Very important.
Yeah, very, especially if you're going to the gym too, because
Oh, yeah, that goes without saying. I mean, that goes without
do you wear
saying.
gloves at the gym or no?
Yeah.
You wear gloves. Yeah.
And after that, I don't want to get calluses on my hands. I wash my hands after every time.
Yeah.
I'm ready to leave. I wash my hands, or I got a little sanitizer in my car. Oh yeah, those are some tricks of the trade can make the difference between not getting sick and getting sick.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. My grandfather used to say that if you're feeling ill, like a cold or a flu, to take vitamin C until you had diarrhea.
I never quite heard of that one, but for another thing to keep you real clean and pure, lemon. A lot of people don't use it. A fresh squeezed lemon. I use that every day. I have tea in the breakfast. I have a ginseng. Not ginseng. Green tea and chamomile together, and just with some lemon in there.
That sounds good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, lemon, like if you even just have lemon water, is a really great way to what do they say, detoxify your system.
It's one of the best there is.
Yeah.
Will always be.
I saw someone on Instagram had a little trick where they made like lemon ice balls. So they had a ball, you get one of those ice things that are in the shape of a ball. You put some lemon in there and water, and I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. What a great way just to kind of like get your lemon in there.
In there, so it's not so bitter all the time. You put a tiny little drop of stevia. You'll have no calories, and it'll sweeten it up. It'll be like a popsicle.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I don't really care. I don't mind the bitter taste of lemon.
Another good one is apple cider vinegar, which we make. I think you tried it with the beetroot powder. Beetroot for the heart and circulation, and this one right here.
I have not tried that one. No.
This has a 0.5 gram of apple cider vinegar. If you take apple cider vinegar, you pH balance. That means you basically can't get cancer if you're in pH balance.
And so is that like, would you suggest that versus doing the shot of apple cider vinegar? Like people do this.
If you don't dilute them, they're very acid. They'll really work on your teeth and stuff.
Right. I know that.
So no, unless you dilute it with something, it's nasty. This is not nasty tasting. It's very pleasant.
So it's got beet and
apple cider vinegar
and beet.
Correct.
That's it. I've never heard that combo before. Why those two together? Just curious.
For the reasons I talked about.
Yeah.
Keeping pH balance and for your heart and circulation.
Right. Okay. So I know that the ACVs for pH balance, and I know that beets are more for like your heart.
It's something I just came up with,
I like it.
I do all the formulating of everything.
I'm going to have to try that one.
I don't want you looking too good.
why we got to keep this like that made me feel so good last night. They're like, you'd never age. I said, that's right, I don't age. I don't want to.
Yes. They tell you look great. Who's your undertaker, right?
Right, exactly, exactly. I think we cover some very important things to help people. And the only reason why I wanted to focus on this topic is because a lot of people around me are getting sick, right? And, I think it's important to just remind people of the simple things they can do to protect their immune system and stay healthy during the winter holiday months, right? Because the holidays is a grind. Everybody's out, wanting to see friends, family, eating a lot, drinking a lot, and if you can do some like things just to kind of do that extra layer of protection, you have some great supplements that can help them with that.
Right. Another little tip I use, everybody when it comes around Thanksgiving, they gorge yourself. What I do is I make sure I have before dinner, so I don't make a pig out of myself. I have a little protein drink to take the edge off.
There you go.
That works for me.
I like it.
You're not going to didn't eat anything all day, so I can eat like a pig, So I
Do that anyway. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't do that. No.
Yeah.
I just keep to my regular thing, and I just eat. I eat the food. I just don't pig out.
Yeah, no, I can't do that regardless. My body automatically tells me when I'm full and that's it. I don't stuff myself because that feeling of being stuffed is so uncomfortable for me. I've done that a couple of times in my life and no, thank you.
Yes.
So let's recap, Ron, resident vitality expert, how to stay vital and healthy this holiday season. Obviously we like promote getting into the gym, getting that workout in, keeping that body moving, keeping that heart healthy, and keeping those bones strong. Number 2, eating healthy meals, including your fruits and vegetables. If you can't eat fruits and vegetables, next better option is to go to someone like Ron's company, Superior Source, available at Walmart, Amazon, different merchants and providers, right?
Right.
And he has a beets and ACV supplement, a zinc supplement, and I'm sure you have vitamin C as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So those would be some really top ones on your list to help protect your immune system this winter, this holiday season, and keeping yourself healthy and those around you. What else would you like to add to that, Ron?
Keep your appetite in line, a good protein powder. That does it for me. It keeps, it's low calorie.
Yeah.
Like I have our keto protein or a good collagen as you get older right here.
That's one of my secrets, collagen every day. I notice a difference if I don't drink it so if I run out of collagen and I'm not able to get a replacement for like a couple weeks, I notice it in my joints. Like I definitely notice it, and I've been taking collagen before it was popular, and I know it's gotten better since then. So over 20 years, and that's I'd say is probably one of my biggest secrets to like my skin. When my skin looks so great, I don't have like the typical breakdown in elastin in my skin because like other women, I just don't. And I think it's a lot of that has to do with
I agree. And not only to hold your bone mass, as you get older, the key you want to hold your bone mass so you can hold your muscle there.
yeah.
You don't, get those bingo arms or any of that stuff.
Oh no, they're not going anywhere. Which way are the wheat? So Superior Source supplements available on Amazon, at Walmart too, correct? And
Right.
a lot of other different.
Any health food store,
Yes.
Sprouts, Vitamin Cottage, which has about 250 stores,
Okay.
health food stores across the country. A ton of independent retailers, which we really focus on real good.
Yeah. So we'll put a couple of links to some of the favorite products for this year for zinc, the vitamin C, and the collagen in the show notes, you guys. So that'll be a quick link for you to go pop it into your browser, go purchase it on Amazon, and stay healthy. Before we say goodbye, Ron, what are some last words of wisdom you want to leave with the audience?
Wants great, clean products. We have them.
That's right.
We're probably the first company to really come out with clean. I can't say we're the original, but it could be.
And still clean to this day, so avoiding all the bureaucracy that most get involved in. Love it. Love it. Well, as always, great to have you, Ron, and we'll have you back for the next Vitality episode.
Okay.
If there's any questions you have for Ron in terms of diet, nutrition, any exercise, go ahead and shoot us an email. We'll be happy to get that to him and get an answer for you. Until next time, you guys, don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, review, comment, share, all those good things. And I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.